feel much closer since we went through the same troubles that we never thought about before. So.
Well, one more step forward today for those who survived the Marshall Fire. Of course, one of the state's worst natural disasters roared through Boulder County near the end of December 2021. More than 1,000 homes and businesses were destroyed and 2 people were killed.
Today, 3 years and nearly 7 months since that fire changed so many people's lives, the Boulder community is putting it further in the past.
Denver 7's Adria Irhita shows us the piece that's been missing from that community that has reopened.
The reopening of these 2 parks is a big deal to residents in these communities because it marks a major milestone in the years-long rebuilding process.
It's nice to be back.
Sunflowers grow tall even in harsh conditions, a sign of resilience and probably why there are so many in this Louisville neighborhood.
We got introduced to many more neighbors that we used to know before.
Tad Polinsky, one of the many residents who lost everything in the Marshall Fire, and finally back home 3.5 years later.
When you drive through the neighborhood, everything is new.
Now a familiar sight among so many of those changes with the reopening of Sunflower and Enclave Park.
Yeah, these were the 2 parks that were most heavily impacted by the Marshall Fire 3.5 years ago.
We've learned thanks to a Great Outdoors Colorado grant, the city of Louisville was able to rebuild the 2 parks, restoring them to their former glory.
It continues to just be kind of a beacon of a realization of the tragedy that this community experienced and the resilience and the toughness and the can-do attitude that comes along with trying to rebuild.
Combining the old and the new.
I'd say it was similar except for the central walkway. There were no flowers, but there were more trees which are gone due to the fire. But fresh grass makes it up.
The vibrant greens among the sea of yellow. Just another reminder of how this community continues to persevere.
Good to have it back.
In Louisville, Adria Irhita, Denver 7.
Going in depth, our elected leaders took up several bills during the legislative session to help prevent and better attack wildfires. 3 were signed into law. One of them allows fire departments to create a program that would require people to remove fire fuel like dead grass, leaves, and pine needles from their property, or face a fine of up to $300. A second bill requires Colorado counties to provide emergency information and wildfire updates to be shared on the Colorado Division of Fire Prevention and Control's website. The third bill allows changes to be made to the Wildfire Resiliency Code Board, which is responsible for building codes and standards to reduce wildfire risks. The board will now have more members representing more communities.